Hello students, so we have started chapter number 8 from your textbook, that is motion. In our previous lecture we have seen the definition of motion, or we have described motion in various ways, like we have seen what is distance, what is displacement. We have also seen that there are two kinds of motion, that is uniform motion and non-uniform motion. If we are talking about motion along a straight line, because circular motion is also a kind of motion which we will see later on in this chapter. Apart from this, we have also seen various ways to measure rate of motion. Like we have seen one unit which was speed. We have seen that speed is distance covered in a unit of time. We have also seen the formula of average speed, which is denoted by V is equal to S, means total distance travel, upon T, means total time taken. We have also seen the example to calculate speed of a given object. Now we have seen that speed with direction is called as velocity. So we will see this velocity now. So the rate of motion which we are discussing by speed and velocity, so rate of motion of object can be comprehensive if we specify its direction. Means a aspect like velocity is something which describes rate, that is speed of object, and also its direction. So velocity is something which describes speed and direction of any object. So velocity, it can also be uniform or variable, that is non-uniform. So means it can also be changing. As the object speed is changing, velocity is also changing. It can also be changed with the change in direction of object. When an object is moving on a straight line at variable speed, means it is moving on a straight line but its speed is variable, it is getting higher or lower. So we calculate its average speed. So like that, velocity can also be calculated in average velocity, same as the formula of speed. But in velocity, the object is changing at uniform rate. So average velocity is given by arithmetic mean. Now you know this term from maths. Arithmetic mean means average velocity is equal to initial velocity, because it's changing. Then once it started, what was its velocity when it started, that is initial velocity, plus where it reached, that is final velocity. Once it is moving on the straight line, here it started with the speed of 20 km per hour, so velocity will be initial velocity, plus once he reach a uniform speed, that is final velocity, upon 2, means it is arithmetic mean. Average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity upon 2. So mathematically, if we describe average velocity VAV is equal to u, that is initial velocity, plus v, that is final velocity, upon 2, where VAW is average velocity, u is initial velocity, v is final velocity, and upon 2. So speed and velocity are, you can say that, almost same thing, but velocity also describe direction, while speed doesn't describe direction, it just describe the rate of motion or magnitude of motion. So unit, that is SI unit of speed and velocity are same, that is meter per second. You can write it like this, ms inverse 1 or meter by second. So both of them are having same unit, SI unit. Let us understand it by an example. This example is also given in your textbook, example 8.3, in which it says that Usha, a girl, swims 90-meter long pool. So the length of pool is 90 meter. So she covers 180 meter in 1 minute. Means she goes, pool is 90 meter long, so she goes from one end to another, that is 90 meter long, and she goes back from there to its initial position. So you see here displacement is 0 and distance traveled is 180 meter in 1 minute. So we have to find average speed and average velocity of Usha. So total distance covered by Usha in 1 minute is 180 meter, and displacement here will be 0 because it is coming back at the origin. So displacement in 1 minute is 0 meter. So now we know the formula of average speed is equal to total distance covered, that is 180 meter, upon total time taken, that is 1 minute. So but here it is given as minute, but the unit of speed is in second, meter by second. So we have to convert this minute into seconds. So we have to multiply it by 1 minute upon 60 seconds, because 1 minute contains 60 seconds. Now you can calculate it. The answer will be 3. So average speed of Usha is 3 meter per second. Now we have to calculate average velocity also. So here velocity is, we know that velocity also describes its direction, but here displacement is 0, so there is no direction. So displacement upon time taken, so displacement is 0, time taken is 60 seconds, is equal to 0 meter per second, its average velocity. So now you have understood velocity along with speed, and you also are aware of uniform and non-uniform motion. You know non-uniform and non-uniform motion. So now we will study our next topic, that is rate of change of velocity. What is this now? We know that velocity can also be uniform or non-uniform. So if an object is moving on a straight line with uniform motion, uniform means it will be covering same distance with same time. But we know that not every object travels in uniform motion. Some objects also travel in non-uniform motion. So if object is traveling with uniform motion, which we have seen before, its velocity will be same in every time interval. If you say it is traveling 5 meter in 1 second, next 5 meter in 2 second, it also in 1 second but second, another 5 meter in 3rd second, it is also time interval is 1 second. So if it is traveling same distance with same unit of time, its velocity will not be changing, so it is not changing in uniform motion. But if you talk about non-uniform motion, so in non-uniform motion, it will cover 5 meter in 1st second, but next 10 meter if you say in another 1 second only. So here you see velocity is changing because it covered 5 minutes in 1 second first and next 10 meter in another second. So velocity is changing. So if you see the velocity of non-uniform motion at any time interval, if you see change of velocity at any time interval in a non-uniform motion, so if you see the change in velocity from here to here, it will be changing, so it will never be zero. In non-uniform motion, change of velocity at any time interval will never be zero. So can we express change in velocity of an object, that how much of change is occurring here or change in velocity is occurring? So to answer this, we have to introduce another physical quantity which is called as acceleration. You are aware of this term also. What is acceleration? You all ride bikes at least, or at least you are aware of this word acceleration. So acceleration is nothing but is the quantity to measure change of velocity of a given object per time, because time interval is necessary to describe any kind of motion or to measure any kind of motion. So let's see what is acceleration. Let us see acceleration. So acceleration is nothing but it is change in velocity in given time taken. How much time it takes to change its velocity is called as acceleration. So if velocity of a given object changes from its initial value, that is initial velocity, which is u, we have seen it before, and it's reaching its final velocity, that is v. So to calculate average velocity, we have taken arithmetic mean of this initial velocity plus final velocity upon 2. But to calculate acceleration, that is denoted by a, is equal to final velocity v minus initial velocity u, so upon time taken, that is t. It's called as acceleration. If you see that initial velocity of an object was 4 meter per second and it reached its final velocity which was 20 meter per second, so you subtract this initial velocity from this final velocity, that is 20 minus 4, so you will get the change in velocity, that is 16 upon time taken. If here time is 1 second, that is 1, so change in velocity is 16. Now 16, but 16 what? There should be some SI unit. So acceleration is also having a SI unit, which is meter per second square. You can write it like this or like this, meter by second square. Now this acceleration can be either positive or negative. Now what does this mean? We are here talking about acceleration, which includes velocity, final or initial. So velocity, we know that velocity describes direction. So if acceleration is in direction of velocity, if you are driving a car in this direction, so direction of velocity is this. So if acceleration is in this direction, it will be positive, but if it is in opposite direction of the velocity, the acceleration will be negative. Now there are another two kinds of acceleration, that is uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. Let's see what is this. So if an object is traveling on a straight line and its velocity increase or decrease by equal amount in equal interval of time. Now what does this means? It means if you are driving a car and you are increasing its speed, if you say that you are driving on 50 km per hour, if you increase this with 10 km per hour in next 1 minute and another 10 in another 1 minute, another 10 in another 1 minute, which means the velocity is increasing with equal amount, that is 10 km in equal interval of time, that is 1 minute. So you can say that this acceleration is uniform. The example of it is freely falling body. If one is jumping from a tall building, the body is falling freely. You know that the speed of this body will be increasing with same amount on same amount of interval of time due to gravitational force. So if a freely falling body you see, it is having a uniform acceleration, it is increasing uniformly. On the other hand, if an object is traveling with non-uniform acceleration, if its velocity change at non-uniform rate, like generally when we drive, our velocity is changing in non-uniform rate, that it's changing in unequal amount in unequal time interval. So example of it is car traveling along straight road, increase its speed by unequal amount in equal interval of time. It is increasing 20 km per hour in first 10 minutes, again 40 km per hour in next 10 minutes and 60 km per hour in next 10 minutes. So it is increasing. This is increase, not the value. It is increasing at unequal amount in equal amount of time. So this acceleration will be called as non-uniform acceleration. Let us understand how to calculate acceleration from example given in your textbook, example 8.4. It says that starting from a stationary position, Rahul pedals his bicycle to attain a velocity. He is pedaling his bicycle from a starting point and attains velocity of 6 meter per second in 30 seconds. He reaches this velocity in 30 seconds of time. Then he applies brakes. He applies brakes such that velocity of bicycle comes down to 4 meter per second in next 5 seconds. So first he attained 6 meter per second velocity in 30 seconds. Then he applies brakes and comes to 4 meter per second velocity in next 5 seconds. So we have to calculate its acceleration in both these cases, first in this case and second in this case. So let's see. In first case, the initial velocity is denoted by u. It was 0 because initial is generally we are told here that it starts from this stationary position and reaches 6 meter per second velocity. So stationary position initial velocity given is 0 and final velocity in first case v is given here 6 meter per second, 6 meter per second, and time taken in first case was 30 seconds. So we have equation of acceleration, which was final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. So now if we put these numbers in this equation, we will get that acceleration is equal to final velocity v, which is 6 meter per second, minus initial velocity, which was 0 meter per second, upon time taken, which is 30 seconds. By calculating this, you will get that 0.2 meter per second square. Acceleration in first case is 0.2 meter per second square by calculating this. Now we see second case. In second case, we have initial velocity which was 6 meter, because in question we said that he attains this velocity then applies brakes. So initial velocity is here 6, initial velocity is equal to 6 meter per second, and final velocity he applying brake, so he reaches 4 meter per second. So we have to subtract final velocity, that is 4, minus initial velocity, that is 6, upon time taken. Here time taken is 5 seconds, so upon 5. So by this you know that you will get negative answer, which is 0.4 meter per second square. Here acceleration is negative because we have seen that it is in opposite direction. He is applying brake, so acceleration will be negative. So by this you know that this is an example of non-uniform acceleration, because it is changing its velocity in different amount in different time interval. So this is acceleration. So now we have seen all the measures or all the different quantities to measure rate of motion, that is speed, velocity and acceleration. Now we will see the graphical representation of motion in our next lecture. Thank you, students.